Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am back. It is Berserker Sam. Let us continue this. But yeah, GBA Fire Emblem games. I find them easy, honestly. Oh, that's a nice level up. I like it. A little skill. We need skill on you, Bartray. I like the victory music. Unless I'm mistaken, I think this started first with Thracia 776. But yeah, I think because my first Fire Emblem game was Radiant Dawn, which, while not the hardest in the series, is definitely I would put it up there, especially for first run. I would not recommend Radiant Dawn as your first game. It does throw some curveballs at you. A great game, great experience, but it does throw curveballs at you. So I would not recommend it as a very first Fire Emblem game. But because it was my first Fire Emblem game, and because I had a basic understanding of strategy already, and because I played Radiant Dawn so many times before I was able to play another Fire Emblem game, GBA just seemed very easy to me. Where in most cases, I know what I want to do. I can approach the map and get her done. Sometimes there's something to be said with starting with a harder thing versus starting with the easier thing. Anyway, Eliwood sees this. I like that little fort village thing. That's nice. You would be Lord Eliwood, yes? Oh yeah, Gnome Shark. Okay, he's not a Fire Emblem YouTuber, but he does have a Let's Play of Blazing Sword. He had a very humorous LP of Blazing Sword. And he pointed out that this guy looks like the Pringles man. And honestly, he's completely right. He does look just like the Pringles guy. I don't think I would have thought of that, but he looks just like the Pringles guy. You would be Lord Eliwood, yes. Our deepest thanks for coming to the aid of our fair village. Think nothing of it. It's a lord's duty to protect the citizenry. Would that were true, my lord! I really like how Eliwood may be a bit idealistic, but he does have a high sense of morale and justice, and I do really like those traits with him. The good folk of Laos know no such protection. Their Marcus, Lord Darren, is too busy preparing for war. He ignores all complaints of bandits and thieves. Preparing for war? Are you sure? I would not lie, my lord. My brother lived in Laos until a few days ago. His home was torched and he had no choice but to flee here. According to him, Laos could go to war any day now. It's all the people of Laos are talking about. Lord Eliwood, if this is true, the situation is a grave one. Yeah, no kidding. If he's preparing to go to war, he's preparing to attack and conquer someone, somewhere. And that's not good. If Marcus Laos is readying for war, his target is most likely another Lycian territory. Yeah, exactly. Perhaps this is connected to Lord Elbert's disappearance. Very likely. I like Marcus. I know I didn't use him very much in this map. That will not be the case. There are definitely maps coming up where I will definitely be using Marcus. My father and Marcus Laos? It seems a tenuous connection, but it's as good a start as any. Let us travel to Laos. We must learn more. Indeed. Thank you for your guidance, Sam. No problem. Where are you bound for next? I'm going to travel with you guys. It seems you can't stay out of trouble. If you have no destination in mind, perhaps you could travel with us. I insist. Ours is a small group with a single purpose, to find my father. A very noble one. I do not know where our road will lead, but we would be stronger with you in our company. Yes, you most certainly will be. Have you seen these muscles? Okay, in real life, I do work out, but if you don't get it, that was I was making kind of a joke on the old Thracia 776 translation. In the Manster prison chapter, Lithus the thief is in the cell, and his cellmates are brigands, and they want to join up with him. So when they break it, one of them is like, "Have you seen these muscles? Anyone that gets in our way will be crushed," or something like that. They had some line like that, and I always got a kick out of it. The old translation, it can be really sloppy in places, but it also has its charm as well. So if you ever have a chance to play the game with the old translation, I would give it a shot, just because the dialogue can be amusing. So yeah, that's what I was referring to. Anyway. Thank you. I pray we give you no cause to regret your decision. I hope so as well. Ah, Rebecca. Rebecca, where do you think you're going, young lady? Father, I intend to accompany Lord Eliwood. Don't be ridiculous, girl. Lord Eliwood is not going on a picnic. He's riding into danger. I know that, Father. That's why I want to go. We owe him our lives, and I want to repay him. My bone may not be all that much, but I know it can be of service. But... And Father, I may meet up with my brother somewhere. Okay, this is a really good story angle. And I wish this was explored through more than just supports, but unfortunately it's only explored through supports with, I think, Will, Lowen, and a unit we have not met yet, but Dart. And honestly, it's a really nice story angle, and I just like it that some of the characters who join up, they don't really necessarily join up because their goal or mission lines up with, in this case, Eliwood's mission. But they have their own goals and dreams and aspirations that they want to accomplish, and they're just joining forces together to get their collective, where they're going to support each other in their given goals and that they hope to accomplish. I just think it's really nice versus them all having the exact same goal and mission. Anyway, you're the magistrate. You have responsibilities. This is all I can offer. You have a good point, Rebecca, actually. I need to do this. Please, Father, let me go. Dear me, you're just as stubborn as your mother was. Okay, he says that, but I bet you he's very proud of his daughter. I'm just gonna say, I bet you he's very proud of his daughter. He says that, but I bet you he is proud of his daughter. I'm sorry, Father. You must bow to Lord Eliwood's wishes on this matter. If he consents, you may go. Thank you, Father. I bet she hugged him so tight. Lord Albert has always been kind to us. Follow his son with a true heart, Rebecca. See what I mean? I bet he said that about her being stubborn, but I bet you he was so proud of her. Serve Lord Eliwood well, as I have served his father. I will, Father. I really like Rebecca's character. As a unit, she at least doesn't start out well, and like some of the other units that you meet in this game, they come either decent or really good. Some, they require, honestly, a bit of effort to make good. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do like comparing units. I think it's nice and a fun thing to do, to compare units, how good one unit is compared to another. But I think when you do need to keep certain factors in place, versus just focusing on one specific factor. Anyway, that concludes Chapter 11, Taking Leave. Chapter 12, Birds of a Feather. After speaking with the village magistrate, Eliwood and company set their sights on Laos. The road from Fairey to Laos passes through Santarauz. Eliwood suspects his missing father must have visited Santarauz en route to Ostia. Eliwood arranges a meeting with the local ruling lord to see what he can learn. Chapter 12, Birds of a Feather. Oh yeah. Usually my approach is I'll just record a bunch of videos and just see how many I can record before I use up all storage space, or almost all. So if there's ever a video where it just abruptly ends and I didn't say my goodbyes or anything, that is probably the reason why, where I ran out of space and wasn't expecting it. So yeah, if there's ever an abrupt ending and I didn't give an explanation or anything, that is very likely the case why. Just giving you a heads up. What? Eliwood is here? You on the corner are the perfect vampire, and okay, I like my fantasy, I like your supernatural monsters like your vampires, werewolves, etc. Or I like their existence in fantasy-like settings. But between werewolves or vampires, I do not like vampires at all. They exist for one reason and one reason only. There's something I can kill, and something I like to kill. Yes, he is set camp up on a hill south of here. Oh, that is a wrong voice for you. Good grief, I'm not paying attention. He seeks permission to enter Santarauz. He seeks an audience with you. Could it be? Do you think Eliwood's come to ask of his father? If that's the case, I know not what to tell him. Tell him you know nothing, and let him be on his way. Oh man, this voice is giving me the creeps. Yet, I know young Eliwood well. His father, Albert, and I are old friends. I've no children of my own, and I've always treasured Eliwood. I do not believe I could look him in the eye, and I could not lie to him. I could not. We have no choice, then. Let us chase the boy away. You do not know what Eliwood may lack in bulk and actual stats. He may not have the bulk. He may not have the speed. He may not have the strength. But he has heart. He has a lot of heart. And you're not going to turn him away. Nah, he has a lot of heart. He's got the soul. He's got the passion. That passion's going to burn like fire. It's going to roar. And oh, yeah, we need to keep going. If you do not speak with them, you need tell no lies. Wait, do you mean to harm Eliwood? Not harm, frighten. A scratch or two will leave no scars. He will run home to Fairy and be done with his adventure. Oh man, you are seriously underestimating Eliwood. Of the lords in this game, he may not be the strongest or mightiest lord, but nah, he is perseverance. He will persevere. He is not going to back down. He is, after all that Fairy has left. Oh man, so much talking here. I mean, I know part of that is me going on little tangents, but apologies. Instead of entering Laos with such a small group, we should meet with Marcus Santarauz and request his assistance. I see the sense in that. It's a good plan, Sam. When did I suggest this? I mean, yes, I agree it's a good plan, but when did I suggest this? I would appreciate you not putting words in my mouth and that we are assuming I said. Truly so. Actually, yeah, that would be cool. Like, if there's a Fire Emblem game and you were the tactician, kind of like here, and it gave you, like, maybe options of what you could do for proceeding with, like, the story or how you're going to approach a given map, an objective, like, just how you're going to approach it. Kind of like those role-playing games where you sort of play a silent protagonist, but there are maybe about 5 different responses to a lot of the dialogue that you're given. I mean, I realize something like that would be fairly weighty and a lot of customization and would be a little bit on the ambitious side, but I certainly think it would be feasible. But yeah, I realize it would be a bit of work, but still, that would be awesome. I tell you again, I'm pleased to have you with us. Indeed, thank you. Lord Hellman. He's not only my father's friend, I've known him since I was a child. Excuse me. I've known him, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that he will help us. One would think. What? Lord Eliwood, beware. Oh, man. Look at this guy. I don't know what is about him, but... Man. Noble sirs, alms for a poor villager. Poor villager? You look nothing like an honest man. Clear the road. Step quickly, or... Step quickly? Good advice. Maybe it's you who should follow it. What? Excuse me. Bruh. Bro. Excuse me. Mister. Buster. Do you just like to look stupid, or are you actually dumber than a box of rocks? You're facing Marcus. Have you seen his bases? Also, need I remind you? You have an axe. He has a sword. I highly doubt you have any good skill to compensate for the low accuracy of that axe. I like my axes, but they are really inaccurate. Someone wants the boy in an early grave. Shame if you ask me, but he'll die here today. Come on, boys, earn your keep. Honestly. All these bandits and brigands like the same catchphrase. Come on out, boys! Come on out, boys! Come on, boys! Boys, come out! Boys! I apologize if I'm getting too loud, but man. This game is a very charming game for sure. I mean, it has its... How did you cross those peaks so easily? I want that ability. Here we go again, eh, Sam? Just like old times. Seems our fates are bound. Allie? Oh, she's still in Fair. I'm working for you this time, so she's not too worried. Guide my axe, Sam. Indeed. Okay. First thing, I remember, mounts have a lot of move. So honestly, one of the best people to send to the village is Marcus. And you want to come here? Blah, blah, blah. He gives you a secret book. That, I believe, increases your skill. Yes, increases skill. You can sell it, but which is not a bad idea. But I like my stat boosters. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we have you. Oh, come on. Let's see. Oh, come on. Alright, we'll put you here. That. Over here. Thank you. Get that out of the way. She's basically just telling you about, like, support bonuses and how to build supports. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, Rebecca, get over here. Alright, we're running close on the 20-minute mark, so soon I will cut it and end it. I am hoping to at least wait till we get a specific recruit, and that way we have all the story for this battle out of the way. But I'm not sure at what point that happens. Okay, yeah, you... Wait. What's in here? Nothing. Okay, forget it. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. There you go, Bartray. I like Bartray, but I would consider him, of the fighters you get in this game, as in fighter and warrior classes. Because, okay, there are 2 fighters you get. There's also a pre-promoted warrior you can get later in the game. I would consider Bartray the hardest of the ones to use. Like, if you're going to invest in... Like, if you have a choice between Bartray and Dorcas, even ignoring Lin mode, I honestly would say Dorcas is the better fighter to use. On average, he's just easier to work with. Because while Bartray has a higher speed growth, I'm pretty sure Dorcas has a higher speed base. Okay, let's see. Okay, you can go there. Let's see. You have the javelin. Well, why don't we just have you stick with the sword? Yeah, stick with the sword. Yeah, you stay with that. Dorcas, move over here. So, I also find... Okay, well... I'm probably not the best critic on map design, but I do enjoy a lot of the maps in this game. I find many of them very enjoyable. I like the vibrant... I also really like the vibrant colors with the GBA games. And I think that's another thing that I love with Radiant Dawn, is it just has some very vibrant color tones in its palette. Now, I've not played Three Houses yet myself. I've seen what it looks like, and I do like a lot of what I see. I like how they really built on the combat arts from Echoes. The combat arts in Echoes were a very fun new strategy mechanic, and I'm really liking to see them build on that. I also think how they have it function is much better versus having it drain HP, because you can get away with that with a mage who's not going to be on the front lines taking a lot of hits, but it is a very dangerous and risky thing to have units who are on the front lines, are going to be getting hit, and they have attacks that drain their own HP. It is a very risky approach. Okay, let me see here. We have you at level 2. We'll ignore you. Well, you're not going to be attacking him. Excuse you. All right. Okay, let's see. How about you? Ah, come on. Okay, this is what I mean about it being really hard to give Rebecca experience, because even where he's attacked and at maybe about half HP or less, it is still really hard for Rebecca to get a kill. So, yeah. She can be made a very good unit, but because of this, it is quite hard to get her up and going. We will do the best we can, but I mean, some experience is better than none, but man, let's see. Okay. There we go, Eliwood. Okay, I'm really going to have to be cutting it soon. Hopefully. Okay. Let's see. Bar tray. Get over here. Yeah, bar tray with the iron axe. I think what I like with axes is that he puts up a good fight for a pampered pop, noble pop. It's up to me to finish him. Okay, with how they're designed, they just look like they both hit hard and swing through the air really fast. And aside from HP, if there are two stats I like a lot, it is strength and speed. I like a lot of both of those in equal measure. I like a unit that can hit hard and hit fast. Like, just hit as hard as you can, attack as fast as you can. I just like that combination a lot. And an axe just looks like it's just going to swing through the air really fast and just hit really hard. The other thing I like with axes is one technique you can do with axes I think is just really cool is you can hook your opponent's weapon with it. You can hook limbs, you can hook the leg, trip them up. Like, there are just a lot of unique techniques to an axe. And then lastly, there's a time I started researching armor, medieval weapons, swords, the whole 9 yards. And one thing that I found interesting was that even with plate armor on, if you hit them with an axe, you are still going to feel the force, blow, and impact of that axe hitting on you. You're going to be bounced around. You are still going to possibly, like, that's just a lot of force landing on your limbs, your joints, your bones. You're going to feel it. Even if it doesn't really break the armor. Also, due to the nature of an axe, they can at least put dents in the armor. Versus something like, say, a sword, which is still a very good weapon. But it is just going to bounce off of plate armor. You need a very specifically designed sword and very particular techniques to deal with someone in armor. And even when you utilize those, it's still going to be very hard. Versus, it's still hard with an axe, I don't mean that. But it's not as hard comparatively speaking. So I just found those things about an axe very interesting. That's when I really started to like axes. And specifically your two-handed axes, like the Dane axe, your pole axes, halberds, etc. Alright, enough about me fanboying over axes. How many of them are there? This looks... Eliwood, it's not that bad. We can take them. Hey, what's going on over there? Looks like some rough business. You, soldier, are you just gonna stand there and watch? I love this guy. Who do you think you are? This is Santarauz. What occurs here is no affair of any foreign lordling. Excuse me. I believe I'm going to have to disagree with you. You see, the man they're attacking happens to be a friend of mine. Oh, wow. Oh, snap. A friend? What? Okay. Hector, did you just kill him with your bare hands? Wow. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. Ew, that's terrible. I loathe violence. Then why are you the first one to jump into it, Sarah? Remember the bandits that Lynn was dealing with? You, Lynn? Hello? Ring any bells? Nicely done, my lord. Oh. On this chapter, PK was, again, ecstatic over Matthew. Yeah, if you ever watch her Let's Play Fire Emblem 7, which you should, by the way. I know they're long watches, but she would get very excited whenever Matthew popped up. It's honestly just... It's something that makes me smile whenever I think back on it. Nicely done, my lord. You're a fighter born. I cannot condone resorting to force so quickly. I love Oswin's, like, just almost deadpan facial expression, and then he just bluntly says that. Chastise me later, Oswin. First we deal with these brigands. Come, we must help Eliwood. Help Eliwood? Sounds like a convenient excuse for more violence. Oh, man. Oswin! Yes, I'm coming. Matthew, take Sarah and find some place to hide. What? With Sarah? No, I'm going with you. You are not. You'll slow us down. Oh, how rude. Oswin, let's go. Okay. Two things I want to note. First of all, on hard mode, you do have the access to Matthew and Sarah at this part. So that's one thing. Second thing, Hector is kind of an armor unit, meaning, well, where is it? He has low move even when he promotes compared to others. So I just find that really humorous that he says you'll slow us down when they're basically both armor units. Okay, I'm going to cut it here. We will continue this next time. I hope you have all enjoyed this. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. It has been a blast playing this. We will continue on. We're going to have fun. We're going to do this. Please leave a comment, a like, subscribe if you've not done so already. Share what you maybe like about this game, what maybe your favorite Fire Emblem game or class, what you've enjoyed about this episode. I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Yes, you all have a great day. Goodbye.